So hello everyone, welcome to Organic Chemistry Review Series. We will talking about the hydrocarbons, part 1. There is the outline, but for this particular video, tatlo lang muna ang focus natin, which is the functional groups, the hydrocarbons, but we will only be discussing alkanes. For the functional groups, these are the compounds or arrangement of atoms that has its own physical and chemical properties to a molecule. Meron po tayong sample compounds here. We have alcohol, the cyclohexane carbonitrile, the 2-chloropentanal, and we also have a cyclic compound here, yung ating animation. For the hydrocarbons, these are the compounds that only consist of hydrogen and carbon atoms na kung saan meron silang dalawang klase, yung saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. So, these saturated compounds are single bonds and has the maximum number of hydrogen that the carbon atom can possess. While yung unsaturated compounds naman with multiple bonds and possess fewer hydrogen atoms. So, example of saturated compounds are alkenes and certain sample of alkane includes methane, propane, and ethane. So, yung darker atom here is the carbon while yung lighter is the hydrogen atom. So, kung titignan ninyo, kompleto sila ng um, hydrogen atoms to the attached to the carbon atom. While yung unsaturated compounds naman, may tatlo tayong uri. We have alkenes, alkynes, and cyclic. So, alkenes, makikita niyo na double bond siya. Alkynes, triple bond, and cyclic compounds, they are a each carbon atom produces a geometric figure. So such as this one, cyclobutane, nakaproduce po siya ng square na shape. So for the alkanes, so these are again the saturated hydrocarbons that only contains of single bonded carbon and hydrogen atoms. And here are some of the sample number of carbon atoms per molecules and their uses. We have the alkene general equation na kung saan kahit anong value ng n ang pwede niyong malagay dito as long as isa whole number that indicates the particular alkane. And for the alkane prefixes, ngayon para mas maintindihan natin ito, gamitin natin ito sa example. So number 1, we have this particular compound. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So meron siyang 5 carbons. Ngayon, may 5 carbons siya. Therefore, we will use the root word na pent. Therefore, we have the pentane. So, yung suffix na ginagamit natin for alkenes, we have -ane. For the second one is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. Kung babalikan natin yung table, meron siyang 6 na number of carbons and the root is hex. Therefore, magiging hexane siya. Dito naman sa isa, we have 1, 2, 3. Mayroon siyang 3 carbon. Yung sa table, may propane. So, propane. Yung sa last one naman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 carbon. Kung babalikan natin yung table, meron tayo na 10 carbons and the root word for this is dec. So therefore, we name this carbon as decane. So ganun lang po ang pag-name ng alkenes. But what if it has substituent like this? So meron na po tayong mga connected other substituents connected to our alkenes. So ganito lang po ang pag-name niya. We follow the IUPAC system of naming in which it basically means the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, na kung saan meron tayong mnemonics na sinusunod, which is the prefix, parent, and suffix, or tinatawag ko din siyang PPS, na kung saan yung prefix is yung location ng substituents, parent is the number of C in the longest chain, and suffix is the functional group. So gamit na ito, hindi lang siya para sa alkene, but also to other functional group. But since nasa alkene pa lang tayo, yung functional group natin is Yung suffix na gagamitin natin is dash "-a". So, para mas maintindihan natin, meron po tayong tinatawag na alkyl group in which ito yung molecules na nagtatapos sa dash "-il" na suffix, in which we have methane, methyl, so ethane si ethyl, propane, and propyl. Ito yung mga substituents na nakakonect sa ating parent chain. So for problem 1, para mas maintindihan natin, isolve natin itong problem. So 1, 2, 3. Dito, hindi siya, very short yung number of carbons niya, kaya hindi pwede yung ganitong pangalan. Dapat yung may pinakamahaba tayong parent chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since meron tayong substitute which is ito, this is the methyl group, at nakakonect siya sa ikalawang carbon ng parent chain, therefore ang pagpangalan sa kanya ay ganito. So we have pentane. So di ba ito yung natin? Ito yung parent. Yung isa naman, we have 2-methyl. So remember that this is the prefix, the parent, and the suffix. So we have, kung ihalo natin siya, magiging ganito siya. We have 2-methyl pentane. Ganito yung pag-name sa kanya. So in correct way naman, what if we start at the right side? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito yung methyl group niya. Kung ipapangalan natin siya, so we have P plus S. So we have 4-methyl plus pen plus ane. So magiging 4-methyl pentane. But this is not the correct answer. Bakit? Kung titignan nyo yung number niya, yung sa incorrect way, we have 4, and sa correct way, 2. Kailangan kasi na yung substituents natin kapag nag-number tayo, dapat siya yung may pinakamababa na number. Kaya yung sa correct way ng pag-name, nag-start tayo sa pinaka-left na carbon para magkaroon ng number yung ating substituent number na may pinakamababa compared sa incorrect way. So for problem number 2, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have methyl group. We have the ethyl group. Kung ipapangalan natin siya, ganito siya. 4-ethyl 2-methyl decane. This is the correct answer. But kung sa incorrect way naman, start tayo sa isa. Sa pinaka-right. From right to left. So here is the methyl. Here is the ethyl group. Ngayon, kung ipapangalan ko siya, ganito siya. So we have 7-ethyl 9-methyl decane. But this is not the correct answer. Bakit? Kailangan kasi mag-name tayo ng ating parent chain na kung saan mayroon ng pinakamalapit na substituent. So, di ba itong 1, ang pinakamalapit na substituent sa kanya is yung methyl na nasa number 2. Kaya ganito yung name niya. 4-ethyl 2-methyl decane. And take note, yung pag-name din pala, despite na ika-apat si ethyl, kailangan alphabeticalize siya. So kung titignan ninyo, this is ethyl, this is methyl. Dapat naka-alphabetically arrange siya. For number 3, so let's see 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. We have 2-methyl. So this is methyl, and meron naman tayong ethyl dito. Ngayon, para ipangalan natin, ganito siya, E plus S. So we have, since meron tayong dalawang klase rather ng alkyl group, so ganito ang pag-name sa kanya. 5-ethyl. Mauna ulit si ethyl kasi kailangan alphabetical is order. And yung dalawang methyl group natin, which is 2 and 6. Pero kailangan na natin dumagdag ng another prefix dito, which is di, kasi it indicates na dalawa yung ating methyl group. Dimethyl octane. Kung titignan niyo dito, though si di meron na suffix dito na prefix rather dito sa dimethyl, hindi pa din siya yung nauna kasi kapag magpapangalan tayo ng alkyl groups, dapat nauna pa din yung pangalan ng alphabetical order without considering the prefix of the number of the substituent. So dito, ethyl, letter E, and dito methyl, ito pa din ang prioritize. So hindi dinidisregard natin yung prefix ng substituent sa alphabetical order. Kaya nauna pa din si ethyl sa pag-name. So sa incorrect way naman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is octane. Mayroon tayong methyl group dito. So we have methyl group, and this is ethyl. So i-name natin to. We have 4-ethyl, 3,7-dimethyl octane. So again, this is wrong kasi dapat nag-start tayo sa endpoint na kung saan may pinakamalapit na methyl group. So in this case, ito. Di ba nakalocate siya sa second carbon compare dito sa methyl sa incorrect way na nasa third carbon siya. So this is the correct answer. Before we proceed with number 4, take note of the prefixes for the substituents. So we have this particular prefixes na kung saan not considered in alphabetical order. So for number 4, kung titignan niyo equal sila. So we have 1, 2. Kung magpapangalan tayo dito sa incorrect way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tuloy ko lang to. Meron tayong tatlong methyl group. This is methyl. Din sa correct way, meron din tayo dito. And sulatin natin yung pangalan nila. So dito we have 2, 3, 5 trimethyl hexane. Dito naman we have 2, 4, 5 trimethyl hexane. Ngayon, in order to choose the best name for this is we need to look at the number of the substituents. So kung tingnan niyo yung first number, 2 and 2. So same sila. However, nagkaiba sa ikalawang number. Yung sa correct way, number 3. Yung sa incorrect way, number 4. Therefore, ang pipiliin natin number ay mayroon na mababang number. So in this case, we have 2, 3, 5 trimethylhexane. Si 5, same lang naman sila, so hindi naman siya gaano importante na. We only focus on the numbers which are varying. So for problem number 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So kung titignan nyo, they are both of the ethyl group and the methyl group are equidistant from the last carbon of the parent chain. So dito, mayroon na tatlong carbon. So paano pag-name ito? So we have 3-ethyl dash 5 dash methyl heptane. So this is the correct answer. Hello, bakit? Bakit ito yung tamang answer? Compare natin yung incorrect way. Let's say start tayo dito. 1, this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the methyl, this is the ethyl group. So pangalan natin siya. So we have 5-ethyl dash 3-methyl heptane. Equidistant to each other. Ang pinaka-rule dito dapat is that kailangan mag-start ka ng number 1 doon sa alkyl group or substituent na pina-prioritize yung alphabetical order. So in this case, kaya tayo nag-start sa 1 dito kasi prioritize natin si letter E. Si letter E yung nauuna sa alphabetical order compared sa methyl group na may letter M. Therefore, this is the correct name for this particular compound. Yung naka-underline po. And also, this is only applicable if the alkyl groups are equidistant. So, di ba may tatlong carbon tayo from the left to the ethyl, may tatlong carbon tayo from the right to the methyl group. So, we're naming our things branched alkyl groups. So, di ba, meron tayong mga carbon branched, may mga carbon atoms tayo na parang nagba-branch out sila. So, we also need to consider that in naming. So, di ba, itong propyl, na-discuss natin kanina, but this particular drawing can also be drawn like this one. Yes, lang sila in which R is the larger compound. Larger compound or the parent chain. Then, dito naman sa isopropyl, this is the compound for the isopropyl. But there's also another name for that, which is 1-methyl-ethyl. So, kung titignan ninyo, parang ano lang ang naming niya, parang an alkyl group within an alkyl group. Yung pag-name ng compound natin is, we need to look at the drawing. Yung 1 niya, yung pag-number natin is, magsisimula tayo sa carbon na kung saan attached yung letter R or yung parent chain. So, 1, 2. And this is the methyl group. So, we have 1-methyl-ethyl. Same din sa isobutyl. So, this is 1, 2, 3. This is the methyl group. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng name na 2-methylpropyl. Sec-butyl, this is 1, 2, 3. This is the methyl. Kaya naging 1-methylpropyl name. Dito naman sa tert-butyl, 1, 2. So we have 1,1-dimethyl-ethyl. So, neopentyl naman, we have 1, 2, 3. So, we have 2, may dalawa tayong methyl group dito. So, kaya naging 2,2-dimethylpropyl yung name niya. So, now before we proceed to naming, gusto ko lang i-take note that sec and tert are not considered in alphabetical order. Hindi po sila considered, but yung iso and neo naman, they are considered in alphabetical order. Kapag mayroon tayong mga multiple substituents attached to the parent chain. Okay, let's try solving this problem. So for number 1, actually kahit saan ka magsimula na end ng carbon parent chain natin kasi this consists of 4 carbon and this is 4 carbons. So let's try starting from the leftmost side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 carbons here, in which the fourth carbon consists of a isopropyl. So 5, 6, 7. So kung i-name natin ito, this is 4 isopropyl. Isopropyl heptane, or we also have another name for this, which is 4-1 dash methyl methylethylheptane. So both of these are correct answer. For number two, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the third butyl. In order to name this, pangalanan lang muna natin yung ating parent chain, which is octane. We also have yung alkyl group natin na nasa 4 carbon, which is 4-butyl octane. Move ko lang to dito. So we have 4-butyl, 3-butyl octane. Ayusin ko lang. Or another name for this is 4-11. 1,1 dimethyl ethyl dimethyl ethyl octane. For number 3 naman, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So meron tayong 4 carbons dito, equidistant. Then sa isa naman na alkyl group, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are equidistant to each other. Pero kailangan natin i-prioritize yung number ng parent chain natin based doon ah, sa alphabetical order ng ating mga substituents. So this is a third butyl. Kung titingnan yung third butyl, na-discuss natin kanina, the third is not considered for alphabetical order. We only focus on the name of the substituent. So this is our priority. On the other hand naman, yung isang alkyl group natin is we have the methyl group. So letter M siya. So therefore, dito tayo mag-start ng naming sa leftmost part ng ating organic compound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, ipangalan na natin to, which is 4-terbutyl 5-methyl octane. Or another name for this is 4-11 dimethyl ethyl 5-methyl octane. Ganyan pa ang pag-name. That concludes our discussion for part 1. So thank you.